Okay, this is day 19, part 2, and I don't know if people saw who my judge was for the Podesta case, but it's the Honorable Tanya Chutkan. This judge knows me, and I know the judge, and like I said before, you get to know who your judges are, and you get to know how they want to run their courtroom and how they want evidence presented and how they want you to have your facts straight and be clear and brief and precise and so forth. So in watching the different judges in the Benghazi trial as well, learned a lot from that case as well. And the more you watch these judges, both Robinsons and Judge Harvey and so forth, you really learn kind of your behavior in the courtroom and so forth. So I've really learned a lot watching the federal judges. And here's why all the motions and so forth are important, because Judge Chutkan saw this initial plea of a journalist has the right to intervene. This is the first motion I filed. That was basically saying I didn't have standing. I got turned down here because they said it didn't have standing. It didn't meet the bar. The second one was the equity play. You have equity powers here. You can overrule this procedural law. Basically, again, a standing problem in a criminal case. That was the issue there. Here, in this case, was kind of a combined motion challenging that rule of law. Again, a standing thing. But the case here, the important thing is these facts changed. With the Imran Awan case, new disclosures kept coming out, new documents kept coming out, incriminating documents. Terabytes of information going to Iran. Hundreds of suspicious activity report transfers to Faisalabad. 5,100 illegal logins. Documents that exist that prove my case. As this case has changed, with new witnesses coming forward and so forth, new articles coming out, that each case is continually built. The Laura Everly interview is here. In this third one, the Audrey Taggart interview is here. So Judge Chutkan has watched this documentation pile up with evidence, with reports, the credit union report now. So these are facts, and judges deal in facts, and they have to decide if there is cause of action here or not, and clearly there is, and it's just getting deeper every day. Now, I have a different judge. I have Judge Contreras for the DNC case, so we're going to be looking at those facts for just aspiring, but I needed to have a separate action with, and I'm so glad I got Judge Chutkan, because she is familiar with all these facts. She's familiar with all the facts, and she knows there's a cause of action, and it'll be great talking to her about the DNC, but not only the DNC, but firms that she's familiar with, like the Podesta Group and Fusion GPS. Again, there's a lot of stuff in the news about these organizations. $9 million payment by Fusion GPS to the Russian spy desk in England is just one example. So again, the facts are on our side here, and they keep piling up. That's the one thing I would like to say here. Evidence piles up, and at some point, this judge says, "Hey, there is a cause of action here," and the key difference here, from these motions to this motion, is I definitely have standing. The federal courts have already ruled that I have standing in this case. Now, I will need to have representation for the John Does as we move down the track. Judge Chutkan will obviously order that I retain counsel for these John Does, that we name those, all that sort of thing. But the first thing is get on the docket. Go from a case number being filed to getting on the docket. Once the docket's filed, I believe I can now start the interrogatories and then get this process of fact-finding out in front of the American people. So that's where we are with the Honorable Judge Chutkan, and it shows you that preparation never hurts.